When BB came on that Christmas Eve Mass, we were sitting right around here. What a way to start the vlog. Perfect timing. Morning. Downtown Savannah. The church has opened. I can't remember what year I said this thing was, but right here
1900.
was where the Forrest Gump chair was when they did the Forrest Gump movie. Now that chair sits in the museum because everybody was messing with it. Yeah, this is where you have to stand to get the whole view of the church. All right, ready? Yeah, this is a 19th century Roman Catholic church. And one year me and BB came here for Christmas Eve Mass, and then we went home. And it was an amazing Mass. It was an amazing Mass. Every year they do a nativity. And we are going to check it out. Practicing. They don't let you that close to it no more. Not like they used to. They used to let you walk through it. Yeah, they used to let you walk through this right here. Now they don't do it no more. And the reason they cover Jesus is because it's not Christmas. He's not here yet. Okay. Oh, the village there? That is amazing. The candles are off here, but normally we light a candle over there. And what the candles represent is a prayer for a loved one. Yes. It's a nice village. Oh, the fountain is working. They're very detailed here.
Very.
Yeah, at one time they had this gate open and you were allowed to walk in there and come out. But it doesn't look like they have it open anymore. Yep. Very detailed. And as Catholics, you always, before you approach here, these first steps, you must kneel in the front of this. Yes. Oh, it's bow. You're right. You must bow. Yes. Every time you walk the front of this here. That's where the priest would sit. On certain masses, they have two priests. One sits there, but the main priest sits in there, in the center of it. There's two types of mass that they hold in this church. Regular mass, and then they have the one where they sing the whole mass. High mass? Yeah. Yeah, and if you ever come to a mass, high mass is really amazing mass. Now each of these rooms hold different types of masses. So in other words, in there could be for praying only. I think that was the side over there for baptism, but because they have that there.
No, the baptism fountain's at the back of the church. From the
Oh,
church.
for that one, that's what that big one is, the baptism fountain?
That big one you first walk in, that is
Oh,
the
okay.
baptism fountain.
Okay. But I know like each room, they had something different for each room.
This one's for adoration.
And what's adoration?
Easter time.
Oh, okay.
Or adoration.
And then, of course, you light up here for a loved one. And I like these better because the original churches, that's what it was. It was original candles.
Yeah, no, a lot of them
Yeah.
do that.
A lot of them do now is the battery. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't like it because, I mean, it doesn't mean nothing if it's electric or a candle, but me personally, it is the candle because,
Do these have candles in there?
no, you got to put the candle in there. And for each person you're lighting for, you can light for 20 people with one candle. But if you want to light for each candle, you light it up here. And then this way, when Mass is happening, these candles get blessed during the Masses. Masses are twice a day during the week, and I think 3 times on the weekends. But the 7:30 Mass, and then the 12 o'clock Mass. And then you just light it up right there. These are the communals.
Mm-hmm.
Now sometimes, I don't know if they go to these. I might be some back there. But this is where they would get the blood and the bread out of, and the scented thing too. Now that's a confessional booth. Well, now whether you believe to go in there and confess to a priest or go at home and confess to the Lord instead of a priest, that's fine. But confessionals are usually done before Mass. Some people do them on Easter and Christmas, either once or twice a year. But in the true Catholic thing, that confessional is open like almost every day
It is open.
before Mass, an hour before Mass, and a priest is in there, and you confess your sins. The difference between a confessional at home doing it by yourself and a confessional in there is that in here you just have a priest praying over you. And then you see in the back 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9 angels. And then right there is 6 apostles and the other 6 apostles on that side. It's hard to see them from this angle, but there's some statues up there. Or that's the meaning of the 6 apostles. And then you have the 9 angels over there. And then that is the book, the Mass book.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the organ up there. When me and BB came on that Christmas Eve Mass, we were sitting right around here. And then, of course, they have a nice bigger version of the Stations of the Cross,
Yeah.
which is basically from the Station of the Cross really represents the time that Pontius Pilate convicted him. Well, not Pontius Pilate, the people convicted him. The Jewish people convicted Jesus right there. And that's what's the Station of the Cross. And then each step is a cross. Now, when you do the Stations of the Cross, there's usually an Our Father before each. Yeah. For each station. So when that on Easter, when they do the Station of the Cross, they go through a ritual for each station of the thing.
Every step of his walk.
Yeah. All the way up till he's laid into the tomb. A lot of these, what they're called, basilicas are set up the same. As far as like art design, especially in the 19th century, a lot of this art design does come from Spain,
Rome,
and Rome,
France,
yes,
Europe.
And they do offer some things. Now this is a collection basket that goes down twice on a Mass. Now if you can afford to put a collection in there, that's fine. If you can't, that does not prevent you not from coming to church. And usually at the end of the books for Mass, they're printed for certain seasons, like from a month to a month. And then after that, they give those away for free, because the next season, like say if they have from January to March, and then April to thing, and then the church will give those.
This is for your daily rosary for Advent.
Now Advent is those purple candles.
Purple and the pink.
And the pink one. The pink one
It's the pink and the one purple.
right. And the purple ones you light, kind of like the Jewish people light up their candles, but in the Catholics version,
You start it 4 weeks before Christmas. So then the 4th week before Christmas, you light the first one. Then the third one, you light the first and the second. The third week, you light all three pink. The week of Christmas is the purple.
and then of course here we have St. Francis and St. Teresa. Another thing to let you know too, that Catholic is, like everyone says, like, they're either Christian or Catholic or Protestant. What's the other ones? Baptist and stuff. Basically, it's all Christian, but it's kind of like they pray all differently. Like Christians take certain parts of the Bible. Catholics, take certain parts of the Bible. The Baptists take certain part, and that's all that's meaning. But if you put it all together, the Bible in whole, the Old Testament and the New Testament, basically, if you don't go to church but you do believe, it's the whole two books. So it's just about how different people just celebrate, and they take certain parts of the Bible, and that's how they do their ritual things. So a lot of people say the Catholic, because there's so much gold and so much, like, everything's big and stuff. Yeah, that it's more mainly like, I don't want to say for rich people, but it's, like, it's mainly, I want to say like maybe the Romans or something. It's like, like really rich people. You know what I'm saying? Where in the Muslims, they don't use pictures. They only use words all over the wall, prayers and stuff, because in all realization, these are just statues, and we're not supposed to idolize the statues. We're not supposed to idolize the beauty of this church. But when you do walk into something like this, you do feel something. But in all realization, religion can be done at home. So, just because someone goes to church versus someone doesn't go to church doesn't make that a better person than the other person. Because that's not what it says in the Bible. People come here just for practice. You come here if you're weak and you feel you need to come to a place where there's a bunch of other people to keep you strong in mind. Some people can do it on their own, and some people need help by others. Some people have a hard time reading, so they come to church where they can listen and they can keep that in their heart. So you just can't judge any religion. But again, just because you wear a cross around your neck, that's a no-no. Just because you idolize that picture or that thing, that's a no-no. And you don't come to church because the priest that Sunday, you like him, but you don't like the other priest at 12 o'clock. That's not what church is. Church isn't because of the priest. Isn't because of the people that are here.
The gospel, the word.
It's the gospel, right? It is the word. So I know a lot of people, they do that. They'd be like, I don't want to come to this mass because this priest or whatever. It's not about that. It isn't. That's not. You're not coming here for God if you're coming here for a certain priest. All right, look at the two keys and the crown up there, baby.
It's the crest.
And the other thing is, you'll see a lot of designs of the Knights of the Templar in churches. So if you look in the details and the numbers, yes, like the number 7, I can't remember, I don't want to say the number 13, but there's
No, it's
There's,
not 13. It's 72 or 74.
yeah, but anyway, it has to do with a lot of sevens, how everything is designed. There's certain meanings and purposes, and
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
And there is St. Patrick. Alrighty. But you can see the detail. The 4-leaf clover in the door. Very, very detailed. And a lot of the windows and stuff that are angled because of the way the lights come into the church. Now you could see the other one had the 4-leaf clover, but then look at this one here.
She's solid blue.
I'm saying the design pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, BB.
It is very nice.
Very beautiful, very tall.
The way Gothic is supposed to be.
Yes. Yes. Medieval.
Gothic.
19th century. All these houses here are original. Did you want to go down there and see that?
1850.
1850 this church has been here.
The Congregation of St. John the Baptist was formed in the late 18th century when French fleeting revolution in France and Haiti found refuge in Savannah. The Church of St. John the Baptist became a cathedral in 1850 when the Diocese of Savannah was established with the Right Reverend Francis X. Gartland the first as its first bishop.
But it looks like a fire in 1898 destroyed much of the structure.
And it was quickly rebuilt and opened again in 1900.
So that shows you right there. And it goes way back there. I mean, this church is big.
It's massive.
And stuff, yeah. And a lot of churches, why you see in Savannah, why there's so many people buried in the ground here. Because you got to remember, when this church was laid in, not everything was here yet. Not these roads weren't as wide. Mm-hmm. And you could say like that square could have been a cemetery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because usually back then, you were buried next to a church, no matter what religion it was in. So that is why there are so many people that are buried underneath these houses and underneath the roads and underneath the squares, is because I
think the only religion they don't have here is Greek Orthodox within the squares.
But like I said, just got to remember those things. That's why it is the most hauntedest town in America, because of that reason. We've seen it in Charleston, where the churches still had the plots next to the churches. But you got to remember, as times are going through, people are building. And then and now, you know, we're up to, we got cars, so who knows what the future will look like. But it's, you know, thank God that they preserve everything here. As much as they can. Yeah.
See, that was Henrietta Apartments right there.
Yep. I mean, just look how beautiful. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Hope you learned something. Just remember, keep God in your heart. And it doesn't hurt to learn different religions. Nope. Because really, it's all about one God. So.
Well, it's all about one.
Right.
So. Until the next video, everybody take care. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. See ya.